Hey, welcome replay viewers. Thanks for coming on the broadcast. I appreciate it. I am Jason with Behind the Scenes at the Scented Bean Candle Company, and I am done. Just completed all my orders for today, and I'm going to kick back and enjoy the rest of the night. But just wanted to get on here and do a quick scope. Just completed some candle making. Made some French vanilla, some Jamaica Me Crazy, which is a tropical fragrance. Smells like it's just very tropical. You can smell the pineapples. It's really cool fragrance if you like tropical scents. What else did I make? I made a fresh brew coffee candle, which is one of our best sellers. Which it's a coffee candle. It smells just like you brewed a fresh pot of coffee. So fresh brew, and so I am done for today. I got to get these cured so that I can make a delivery tomorrow. I got to deliver to 2 stores that carry our products. This is what our finished product looks like. Once it's all complete, I put a coffee sleeve around the 8-ounce jar. So as you can see, we have a coffee candle, we have a tea candle, and we have a scented soy candle. We also do the soy melts that you can put in the candle warmers. So if you want to check out the business, you can go on the scentedbean.com. I'd appreciate that. But again, I'm Jason with the Scented Bean. This is behind the scenes. This is what I do. Do this every day. We're in retail stores all throughout Michigan. We're in several coffee shops throughout the United States. They carry our coffee scented candles. Our tea candles are pretty new. We just added those to our product line. We do a chai tea, tea with lemon, and a sweet tea. So currently we only have 3 different types. Maybe I'll expand later on, but by adding some new scented teas. We have Jamaica Me Coffee fragrance. We have a fresh brew, as I already mentioned. We have a caramel nut. We have a hazelnut. Those are our coffee scented candles. And then we have just a whole variety of different scents. Right now, I've just welcome Her Fitness. Thanks for joining the broadcast. So I'm just saying, just talking about what I'm doing today. Just completed my orders. I'm done for the day. I just love that. It's not every day I can just chill and rest and relax. Some days I gotta force myself to just, kick back and relax because I'm always working. I'm always, building the business and getting into new stores and I do everything. I do everything. I not only make the candles, these are soy candles. We use cotton wicks. But I also deliver, I stock the shelves, I do the inventory, I go to pick up all my supplies, I do the marketing, I do it all. So some would say I'm a one-man show, but that's kind of how it is for now. I've been doing this for 2 years. It's going really well. We've just been picking up with business and getting ready for the busy season. So I'm excited about that. Pay some bills. It's always good to be busy, especially when you're selling. So thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining. So I'm Jason with the Scented Bean. This is what I do. Do this every day. But I am done. So once these cure, I'm gonna cut these wicks in a couple hours and put the coffee sleeves on the jar and we'll put the labels on and get these in boxes and get them delivered tomorrow. So I go all over Michigan. I live near the Detroit area, but I drive all over the place doing deliveries and all of that good stuff. So like I mentioned, I gotta force myself to sit down. And how do you make them? The candles. Well, I buy my all my supplies come from a company in Michigan, and the wax it comes in flakes. Let me just show you what it looks like. This is the soy wax. comes in flakes. Pretty cool. And then what I do is I measure it, measure what I need, put it on the scale, weigh it, and then I'll bring it over here. I'm just gonna move you over here to show you what I do. This is a double boiler system. I pour the wax in the pouring pot, got my pan, got my electric burner. Then I turn it on and I just let it melt. That wax will melt, it will liquefy. It will look like this. It'll look like that because I just poured these. Once it reaches a certain temperature, I'll add my fragrance. And then once it reaches another certain temperature, then I will pour into the jars, as you can see. And this will take about a half hour to solidify, and then eventually will look like this. And then they have to sit for 24 hours before you light them, just to help with the scent throw and just so that the candle burns right. So you don't want to burn it too soon after you make it. So I make it a point to always leave them here for 24 hours before. How do you create your own fragrance? Well, that's been through a lot of trial and error. I say that I've been making these for 2 years, but I've really been making them for 7. I just didn't launch the business. The business only has been launched for 2 years. I was making them 7 years ago, but I spent a lot of time with trying out fragrances and mixing fragrances and just trying to get, I went through a lot of jars, wasted a lot of products, but it all worked out. I mean, I had to be able to produce, a great, the perfect candle. I mean, the scent throw is awesome now, but at first it wasn't like that. Plus, how do you create your own fragrance? Well, I go through a supplier. I was been through a lot of different suppliers, and I finally found a supplier here in Michigan, and they make the fragrances for me, so I don't have to make them. Plus, it would cost a lot of money to actually go and pay somebody to make the fragrances. But what I do is I'll mix fragrances, but the fragrances are already made. So all I do is I melt the wax and I pour into jars and I add the fragrances. And then I have to test the fragrances to make sure that they blend well and they burn right with the soy wax, because some fragrances don't mingle too well with the soy wax. So, but again, it's been a lot of trial and error, and but I am satisfied. I'm satisfied that I have I have a good company that I go with and I work with. And so they have over 400 different fragrances. So pretty much anything you need, they have it. If I request a certain fragrance that they don't have, then they'll actually have their chemist make it. So they work really well with me. So anyway, again, I'm Jason. Hopefully that answered your question. But I'm Jason with The Scented Bean. This is behind the scenes at The Scented Bean. I do work in my house, which I think is pretty cool. My daughter's in the other room, so I kind of watch her as well. Just cut down on daycare expenses. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks you guys for coming on the broadcast. If you want to check us out, please visit thescentedbean.com. And until the next broadcast, have a great rest of the day. And let me turn this phone around. Just show you guys what I look like. Again, I always say I don't want to just talk and you hear my voice. This is who I am. So again, I'm Jason. Thanks a lot for coming on the broadcast. I appreciate it. Appreciated the hearts. And enjoy the rest of your day.